Hey guys! There are two types of people. There are those who truly love their work, which makes up a key part of their lives and sometimes may even be its meaning. And there are those who hate what they do, but since it's their only source of income, they simply have no choice but to do it. But oddly enough, both types often hate their bosses. According to some sources, the statisticians have found that a large percentage of respondents consider their bosses to be tyrants who live in their fantasies. Others admitted suspecting that their bosses enjoy humiliating their subordinates, and only a few of the respondents have described their bosses as truly attentive and worthy leaders who they are ready to follow. Well, our story today is not about a petty tyrant, but rather the opposite, and we think many will benefit from hearing it. Dina is a single mother who's raising 2 kids on her own. It so happened that she has to go through all her life's challenges alone, since she no longer has any relatives or friends. Her father used to help her and was her rock, but unfortunately, he has passed away recently, leaving Dina all alone. I think most people understand that raising 2 children is not an easy task. School, daycare, you have to take them there and pick them up, feed them, and dress them, help them with their homework. It takes up the whole day. But most importantly, you need to provide for them, and for that, you need to work. The woman could have given up, but doing the job she loves gave her hope. Dina worked at the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf Cafe, where she could forget about her problems for a bit. Talking to people helped her get through each new day, and of course, the job was her source of income. Then one day, Dina's life took the kind of turn you could only hear about in fairy tales. The cafe's staff was asked to train a new employee, who was recently hired to work at the cafe. The trainee was a middle-aged man named John Fuller. He wasn't a great trainee, always breaking things. The other staff members didn't want to deal with the man. "Why do you even want this? This job isn't for you." They discouraged the man, made jokes, letting him know that it wasn't the right place for him. Dina ended up being the only person willing to help the poor guy. She has been in his place more than once and knew what it was like when you needed to work to provide for yourself and your loved ones. John was trying to get on her nerves, but Dina kept helping him as if he were family. The other employees kept telling her, if he came to a cafe as a training at this age, he's obviously a loser. Don't waste your time on him. But Dina showed great patience and kindness. She knew that not all the employees could get everything right at once. It all came with time and experience. The girl tried to encourage and support her trainee, but it seemed as if John was ruining everything on purpose. So went the 2 weeks of John's training. During this time, Dina has shown herself as an excellent employee who could teach even the most unprepared newcomers, showing them what a real employee should be like. On the last day of training before John's exam, after a long day of work, Dina and John finally relaxed over a cup of tea. Their shift was over, but the woman stayed specifically to go over all the information again so that John could pass his interview the next day. One thing led to another, and the woman ended up telling her unhappy story to the clumsy John. Her husband left her as soon as she gave birth to their second child. The money was always tight. She managed to provide for her children for now, but the future was unknown. Moreover, she had serious health issues, which also required significant resources. Dina would like to go to college to get a higher-paying job, but that was an unattainable dream for her. Having heard Dina's story, the loser John asked her why she wasn't rushing to her children after work, to which she replied that she felt the need to help him. After all, he really needed this job. This answer impressed the man very much. Late in the evening, after saying their goodbyes, Dina went home. She had no idea what was waiting for her tomorrow. When she came to work in the morning, Dina saw John again, but to her surprise, he was acting differently. He wasn't dropping things, and he even looked different. But what surprised her the most was the way the cafe manager and the other staff members behaved around him. That's when she learned the truth. It turned out that the clumsy loser John wasn't just a regular employee. He was the co-owner of this chain. The man changed clothes and pretended to be a regular employee to see how things were really going and to check on his managers responsible for each specific location. John's confession both scared and surprised Dina. She couldn't believe that the man who she trained for 2 long weeks, who she drank tea with, was the president and co-owner of a huge American cafe chain, established in 1963 with over 1,000 locations in 31 countries. The surprises for Dina didn't end there, though. John was so moved by the woman's story and by the way she treated him that he wanted to help her out. He donated $20,000 for her education so that she could fulfill her dream, and $40,000 more for her children's education. He said that this kind of person and employee deserves a decent life. He also promised that as soon as Dina is done with her studies, he will hire her for a management position in his chain. Dina simply couldn't believe what was happening. Wiping away Dina's tears, John helped her find what she's lost a long time ago: the faith in people who could sympathize and help others. At the same time, John admitted to also having learned a lesson that no matter what situation you are in, what's important is who you are. Dina has shown herself to be a real professional, but most importantly, a decent human being. These are the kind of people, the ones willing to self-sacrifice a better place. So friends, don't forget to help those who need it. This story is a wonderful example to follow. Leave a comment letting us know if you like John Fuller's idea. And don't forget to like and share this video with friends. That's it for today. Till the next time.